with the new Gates belt. Just picked it up right here at O'Reilly's. Bam, spot. Alright everybody, so today we are finally going to do the boost leak test. So I went this morning, picked up a empty paint can, steel can, picked up a couple fittings and some hose, and we're going to tap into my boost line here. So I'm going to remove the hose from here. We're going to feed smoke and pressure into this line to see if the manifold or anything leaks. So first we're going to build the testing can, and then after that we are going to blank off the filter. So the first thing you want to do is drill 2 holes on top of the can. So we'll drill 2 holes out right here and right here. The reason for that is we're going to put the 2 fittings in there. So drill a hole, put one here and put one here. We're going to be putting air pressure into one side and the other one's going to go into the manifold of the car. We're going to be putting one piece of charcoal in there, a little bit of cardboard, and we're going to put it on fire, create some smoke, and that'll get it smoking. And with a couple pounds of pressure, we're only going to do about 5. I don't know how much the can will hold before it pops open. We'll see what we can do. I'll step it down a bit. There it is, guys. So got the plugs in. These are plastic, they thread in pretty easy. They're on there pretty good, but we're gonna put some silicone on the bottom and make sure they're completely sealed, and then we'll get some smoke going in this. Okay guys, got my regulator with a blowgun hooked up to the can, hooked up to the car. So now I'm just gonna get this charcoal going. We'll throw it in there with a couple pieces of cardboard. Once it starts to smoke, put a couple pounds of pressure and see where it's coming from. Got my piece of coal warming up right here. Once it gets smoky, we'll throw it in the can. Got my piece of charcoal in there with some cardboard. Alright guys, so there's smoke going in it right now. We have it at a couple pounds of pressure, probably about 3. I have a little hole in this fitting just to let it out some of the pressure, but we're already smoking here. Definitely smoking out of the blow-off valve right on top of there. You can see it a little bit there. I think the manifold's possibly leaking. I see some smoke coming from back here. So the test was working out pretty good, but this plastic one on the part that's going to the car obviously got really hot and melted the fitting. I'm gonna get some brass fittings. I think I got them in the garage. Grab some of those, we can redo this. Alright guys, I found a aluminum little metal piece there, so let's do this again. Smoke's starting to go. Let's get this going again. So the can cannot handle it. Cannot handle the pressure, especially with the heat. It just kept leaking. I tried to seal it off, but I don't want to create a bomb. This thing was ready to pop. So the next day I ended up making this piece here. It's just a hose barb. I blanked it off, welded it in, drilled a hole, and I put a valve stem from a tire. This will allow us to put pressure into the piping with a either hand pump, compressor, anything like that. So we'll just lock this into the intake onto the supercharger here, put a clamp on it, and we'll pressurize the whole line there. We're definitely going to put a T-bolt clamp on this one because it was leaking and the clamp's a bit stripped, but I got all new T-bolt clamps for these, a couple of the ones down under. So this is a T-bolt. This is a lot tighter than most worm gear clamps because that bolt lets you get it real tight. So I got all the different sizes here. I got the one installed down there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and hook up the coupler with the air line and put some pressure in here. We're going to put a full boost, so we'll go up to about 7 pounds on this coupler here. The supercharger does about 7 psi, so we're going to try it at that, and hopefully we don't have any leaks. So what I'm going to end up doing is pressurizing the system with this little compressor. My homie let me borrow it. It's Milwaukee. I guess you could just turn it on. You can set it to whatever pounds you want. So we could put it at 7 pounds and then start it. So we'll get everything charged up, get up to 7 pounds, and see where we're leaking at, tighten it all up, make sure okay guys, so update. I have this on, but the leak here is so big that I guess it cannot keep up with it, so it just keeps on running, but it will not build up any pressure. It keeps losing it, so I hooked it up to the air compressor and I turned down the regulator to 5 pounds, so we should be able to keep plenty of pressure coming in. The other thing, this was pretty noisy, couldn't hear where it was coming from. With the compressor being charged, we're gonna be okay. So now we can just hook it up and it'll maintain pressure while we look for the leaks. So currently we're holding 1.5 psi. I can definitely hear it leaking down here. I want to say it's from the throttle body, so I'm gonna have to pull this apart. Alright guys, I don't know why I didn't look at this before. This hose here, it's a stainless hose. I didn't think it was going to be leaking, but it was leaking. This is the hose right here. I don't know why I didn't see it before. I guess just because I thought it was stainless it wasn't going to leak, but you look at the whole hose is leaking all the way down. Okay, so besides having a small leak here, I think the back a little bit, and then the blow-off valve in there, and you can't see it. That hose right there, 2 small leaks. So this is officially our boost leak. Believe it or not, this little hose has a real bad leak. I ran it under the manifold in front of the throttle body and back to the back side of the manifold. That's why it sounds like it has multiple leaks. But I'm gonna end up removing the hose right now. I'm just gonna cap it for a moment. I believe that goes to the fuel pressure regulator. I'm just gonna cap it off on the manifold just to test it, or run a rubber hose from there to there, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna stop all the leaking. Okay guys, I got the hose removed. I peeled back the stainless braiding, and as you can tell, this was definitely our boost leak. This hose is completely rotted out. This hose runs under the manifold, which explains why I was hearing multiple leaks. It was all coming from this one hose. So I'm gonna say that this was our main boost leak. We're gonna get a new hose on there, get it secured, get everything tightened up. We'll do another boost test, and I think we're gonna be good now. Alright guys, so got everything buttoned up already, got the T-bolt clamps on real tight. So before I do the final boost test, I would just want to change this drive belt. Here's the one I had when I first got the kit. It's pretty old, it was used already. I bought a new one, a Gates one, and it actually felt pretty good till the next day when it destroyed it. I found out the supercharger pulleys were misaligned. That's why I destroyed it. So I got a new belt. I also aligned the pulleys already, so this is perfect now. Got the new one. This is the same part number as the last one, but it's HD, heavy duty. I heard these are really good for the superchargers, so we're gonna try it out, see how it feels. So we're gonna swap this out, then we'll do the final boost test. All right guys, I got the belt on now. Not too sure how I feel about the color though, being green. Doesn't really go with it, but if it works, let's run it. Okay everybody, so it's time to do the final boost tests. I'm pretty sure we got everything sealed up now. We can finally use this. Earlier we couldn't use it because we're losing too much boost, so I had to rely on the compressor to keep up with it, and also this makes a lot of noise, so it wasn't really working out for us. Now that everything should be tight, we should be able to take it up to pressure, and should hold about there. So let's try that out, get this started. We'll get it up to, I also got my boost gauge set up right here so we can see what's going on there. Although this has a gauge, we'll just get it started. We'll set it for 5 psi, get it going. Okay guys, so now I got it up to 7.5. It seems to be leaking a little bit here on the DISA, but fortunately you have to replace the whole thing or get it rebuilt. I know there's a rebuild kit for it. Hopefully there's an O-ring or something in here that gets replaced, because you can hear where it's leaking through the shaft. So that's it. That's the only leak we got now. Everything else looks pretty good. If I hold it down, I can get the car to go quiet. No leaks. we're holding pressure, so it looks pretty good. That's gonna be it. We're gonna run it now.
Love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.